Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful stacked rose bow. This is what it looks like. This is in a single layer of ribbon. I'm going to do a version in the tutorial with a double layer of ribbon, and if you need any help or advice with this one, because I've just learned from trying to make it and having to take my bow apart, it's where you can see where I've drawn my stitches on to show you. And it happens to all of us. It doesn't matter how long you've been making bows, there is some that you just have to start again and redo. So like I said, I'm going to show you, because there's a way you have to get all of the bits on this one perfectly lined up, otherwise it does not work at all how it should do. So I've kept this side ready because they both need to be made exactly the same way for a visual reference for myself, so I don't make mistakes either, because like I said, it happens. And it's a good thing to have. I always like those visual aids to help us. This is all in 1.5 inch ribbon, and the measurements will all be in the description box below. So if you ever don't catch something, or I talk too fast, or I muddle you with my confused numbers, which I do to people, it's all in there so you don't miss it. Okay, and the same with the business page and the support group. If you need any help or advice, I'm always in there answering questions and things like that. So like I said, this is 1.5 inch ribbon. And for a double version you need 4 times 45 centimeters like this, and 3 times 25 centimeters, and I have actually already glued 2 of my 25 centimeter pieces, so folded them both in the middle. I have glued them together using my fabric glue, but you can use double-sided tape or any glue, or your glue gun. Anything you can stitch through you can use instead if you haven't got that glue. So I've done that and they're ready to go. And there's also a third piece of 25 centimeters, and this is to make this tail effect. So they're out of the way for now, and we are looking to make the other side of this. So we have our 45 piece, we've got the patterned layer one side and our solid colour this side, and they are heat sealed together. So they have been done that, pinched, sealed together, and they have been pinned dead on the centre. Okay, now the first thing you're going to do, take one side, make a triangle down, second side, triangle down, like so, and I have a couple of clips to hold things in place. Now this will be the back, this side is the front. Okay, I'm going to put a clip just here for the first fold. So you want to take this and you want to use this line as a guide. Okay, let's fold this, this is what you get. So from there, fold at this angle straight across, and then you want to turn this down and adjust so that you have this shape. Okay, and you want to make sure that A, this is lined up with the point, and B, that this is still a reasonable amount of ribbon that you're working with. Let me get my ruler. Yeah, about 11 centimeters from there. So like I said, if you've got about this, that's about right. If it's shorter, you need to angle it more. Okay, and then again, take this side and repeat the exact same step using your fold guide from that one beneath here. Fold that down at a triangle straight that way, and again turn it down, and you want this side angled across, and again we'll get our ruler. Like I said, it's roughly 10.5, 11 centimeters long, and you're about right. But like I said, they need to line up so they're coming down from these points. Okay, I'm going to take my clip, I'm going to move that side, we're going to take that to that side to hold our shape, and take this, yep. This should be roughly 6 centimeters in height. And this is what the front looks like. And this is what your back should look like. Okay, like I said, the points are lined up with there. Now, with the side that's underneath, so like I said, this one's on top, this one's underneath. You want to take the side that's underneath and fold that across to make a triangle. And again, this side to make a triangle this way. Now the thing is, when we come down on this side, this triangle point should still be reaching the top on here, because then again, the side that's underneath, you fold down and you fold down, and like I said, I'm just going to move my clips, move, and this is your front and this is the back. And as I said, that one lines up with the tip of this. If you've done it wrong, this will be down here, okay? And like I said, if your ribbon was shorter, like I said, if it was say 7 centimeters, something like that, then that's where you've gone wrong on that step, and you should have angled them more behind the shape. Like I said, that's where people often go wrong. Okay, and I will leave this piece to last. We'll do this one, because stitch placement is vitally important on this bow as well. So we always start from above, and I'll count my stitches afterwards for you. But on this one, the first one, your 6th stitch should be coming from beneath, and we should be going through those 2 layers, and then we want to be going up through all of this side's triangles. So up through all of them, and then the first stitch on this side should be going through all of those halves and through that one. Mind your clips. Okay, so you should have in 1, 2, over, 1, 2, out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I said, the key one is that 6th and first one is directly over that triangle. And then on the back, you should have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 stitches on both of these pieces here. And we're going to repeat exactly the same the opposite side. I'm just going to cinch that down just a little bit. And as you can see, I've already marked them on this one from where I had to take my bow apart and restart. And don't be afraid to do that. And that's the other reason why I like stitching instead of gluing, because if I had glued, I couldn't do that. Whereas if you do it once you've stitched, if you look at it and go, oh my god, that's not what I expected, you can get my other favourite tool, which is a thread unpicker, and unpick it apart and restart again. Another trick is if you run your ribbon over with hair straighteners to straighten out any creases that you put in, so you can start again. And it sort of resets your ribbon so that you don't see any of the old creases that you had in before. And there we go, I've gone over my original stitches, which is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 1 over, right over all of those triangles, through all of those layers both sides, the 2 and out there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as you can see on the back, 3 and 3. And like I said, you want that on both sides of the bow. Take our pins out, take our clips off, and then we can cinch our bow. Okay, and I'll show you the front and the back so you can see what the triangle points should look like if they're done correctly. So I'm just going to stitch around a little down, okay, and what I'm going to do from underneath, I'm just going to go through the triangles. One, and then you can stitch off underneath. So if you've done it right, this bow, which is the stacked part of it, is roughly the same size as your rose type shape. If you've done it wrong, this bow will be much shorter, be about this size, and you'll be looking at it thinking that's not right. Okay, so always check before you finish. And again, me making these mistakes is good for you guys, because it means I know where you might mess up and know how to explain things to help you so you don't make those same errors that I do. Oh, quite tangled there. There we go, that's better. So there we go. It's all lined up. Like I said, you got your nice pockets of colour behind there. We'll re-tie off our thread, and then we'll make our other part of the base bow. So here's our glued loops for the first bit of the bow. And like I said, this is where the centres are. So what you do is fold them like this so they line up with that crease. So this lines up with the crease here. Okay, so you've got your two pieces. What you want to do is slot that one into this one. You want these to just slightly overlap either side while keeping these centres reasonably overlapped. Hold on, let me just get a clip so my edges stay where they should. Okay, that's better. So this is what you should have, and as you can see that they're no longer straight. Like I said, they're slightly off at angles, and that is the same on both sides. But if you do this, they go up at the same, and this will be our centre. So take your lighter, and in the blue bit, put in a heat crease here, because what we want to do is we want to take this, and again this is heat sealed, you want to go just a little bit over on the back and clip this down. We want to wrap this over, like so. I'm just going to move this clip and I'm going to add there. Okay, and again fold it, and we're going to just recrease it so we know exactly where to place the stitches down the sun. And that is the back, like this. And this is what the front looks like, and this side is where that tail's going to be. And always from above, from that corner here where the crease line is. And again, I'll put the stitches in and I'll show you afterwards once I've done. Your last one's coming back through that sort of dip there. So in 1, 2, out, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you should have 1, 2, 3 on the back, and this will give you 3 creases in total. Once your stitches are in, you can take all your clips off and then cinch. And it always takes a second because these are quite bulky with all that ribbon. So there we go, round, round, a couple of times, get your nice shape, like so, stitch off in the back. There we go. And this is what your base bow will look like. This is the front, this is the back. Okay, and I'm going to take this extra thread through the centre of that bow, up through. Use your desk if you need to, or if you've got those. I always like to keep those on my desk for this reason. And then through the centre of this one from beneath, and then what I do is line everything up like so, and as you can see just a little bit of the bow behind the rose edge. Round, round, good couple of times, and then stitch off in the back. There we go. Cut that extra off. Now, as you can see on this one, I've done like a little bit of an edge on the tail. You can do that, or you can cut straight or at a spike, however you personally prefer. But all I do is go down at a bit of an angle, curve, and curve, and I start my curve sort of where the rose edge is going to be. Once you're happy, heat seal that off in the blue bit of your flame, like so. And this is what you will have there's your rose type effect. As you can see, the middle at the middle minute is a little bit messy, but that is what our 9mm and our little scrunch middle is there for. So let me just get my clip. It's got a clip to attach it to. This is a 50mm one because it's a little bit of a longer bow. There we go. Attach that to the back. Hold that down for a second. There we go. And we take our matching 9mm. We don't set fire to our ribbon. Some days I shouldn't be allowed to be in charge of crafting items. Today might just be one of those days. Let's wrap our centre. So glue that around there and wrap nicely, and as you can see that's hidden some of that. There we go. Wrap round again at least twice. And we take that down. Heat seal. Touch of glue here. And glue that down. Now for this bit, which is the scrunchy centre, I'm taking a piece of matching 1" ribbon to my ombre ribbon that I used earlier, and I'm using, I think it's roughly, yeah, I normally do about 3 inches to begin with, so I can cut it down if I need to. If the bow's a bit chunkier, I always like to start with 3 inches at least, so that I've got enough to wrap it round. And what you do, you take your edge, you make an S shape like this, squish it, and use your lighter in the blue bit, and then pinch it. Don't set fire to yourself. And then this side, you do it the opposite way. So still your S shape, but you do it the opposite from that side. So that's a dip that way, that's your dip this side. Okay, and again, pinch that together, and this is what you get. And what I do is you always add your glue to the white side. Okay, and wrap that round, give it a second to set, and then twist that round like so, get that scrunchy effect. Wrap that round, and then we put a touch of glue there. And again, it's on the white side. And there you go. You end up with the super pretty, it's like almost a 3D effect, which is what I like. That's why I call it like a stacked rose. I have got a different video, just a more basic one. It's not quite as elevated, and you cut the tips of the triangle to give it a neater centre, so you get like you don't need a chunkier middle or an embellishment to hide that bit, because the cut downs on the bit sort of make that sit a little bit better. But like I said, they're both really cute. Like I said, this gives you the more 3D up poppy sort of effect. The other version's a little bit flatter, so you can have a look at that one. I'll attach a video to that one below, and hopefully you found this useful. Like I said, excuse my few mistakes, but like I said, they will be always beneficial for you to learn from. And like I said, if you've made a mistake, I will know exactly where you've gone wrong and be able to help you to correct it. So like I said, if you ever need any help, always message me, like I said, either in the comments or on the Facebook group, and I'll be able to help you out with whatever you need. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!